Welcome to my channel. I'm Cerise, and this is Dark Side of a Working Girl. Get ready for some unpredictable stories. If this is your type of video, then please go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button and the notification bell. So, hey, my name is Candy, but what I did was not so sweet. Let me start my story. So, I was born in Sosua, and I was raised in Sosua, lived in Sosua, and my mom, she took off to Spain with her boyfriend, and when she did that, I pretty much just had to fend for myself. That was it. She just left to go to Spain, and she said she was going to send for me, but she didn't, and I was with her sister. And then I got tired of waiting for her, and I decided that I was going to go make my own money, and I was going to meet my own foreigner, and I was going to take off out of this country with that foreigner. But you know what happened? I was taken, but not taken out of the country. I was taken to a villa and kept captive in Santo Domingo. So here I was in Sosua, and I met a couple of guys that came in from Santiago, and I met them at the casino. And I was not really a prostitute that did a lot of substances at all, not even Bob Marley. I drank, and that was it. I was looking to make money and just get myself out of a bad situation, not get myself into a worse situation. Anyway, I gotta calm down as I'm saying this story. I can remember when I told Cerise this story on the beach. She kept telling me, relax, tranquila. I met Cerise on the beach. I heard about her Dark Side of a Working Girl series, and I was looking for her all around town, and finally I saw her on the beach, and I just rolled up to her and I'm like, I need to tell you my story. And this is not for healing. This story is not for healing because I don't know how I'm going to heal from this, but I do know that this is to let you guys out there know that there are some real creeps. So these guys from Santiago, they start talking to me. They put something in my drink that night, and they took me and they put me in the back of a car. By the time I came to, I was already shipped off to Santiago, an hour and a half away. I didn't even know where I was. I was kind of waking up and I saw a sign saying Santiago, and I remember falling back to sleep, and I couldn't force myself to stay awake. By the time they took me out of that car, I remember them carrying me into an apartment. When I was in that apartment, I woke up and they handed me some Brugal, and they told me that I might as well just sit back and relax and enjoy because I will not be leaving for a long time. That's it. I didn't know who they were. I looked around and the whole entire apartment was filled with ladies. Some of them just crying. Some of them were so young. Some of them were they looked like they were high as a kite. And I knew at that time I needed to shut my mouth and just be quiet. So I told a couple of the girls that I was sitting with my name, just in case anything ever happened to me. I wanted the authorities to know who I was and that I was there, because I realized that I was being trafficked. I realized that I was in big crap. About 3 days after being in that apartment, they transported me to Santo Domingo. In Santo Domingo, they put me in a villa. And in that villa, there were guards out front. Big black gate. It was so high you couldn't see in it. And they had guards on the outside and on the inside. I didn't know what was going to happen to me, but I didn't think it was going to be good. And I was right. They put something in my leg with a needle. Till this day, I don't know what it was. But all I can remember is laying in a bed and some big guy coming into the room and saying to a foreigner, "This one is new. She just got here. If you want to have a chance with her, you can stay here with her. If you like, we can take her to your apartment and you can have her for the week or two, however long you're going to be here. But she's yours. And I remember just laying in the bed thinking they can't be talking about me. But all of a sudden the guy sat on the end of the bed and he touched my foot. And he started to suck my toes. And he said, "Do you like this? Do you like this?" And he said, "Don't worry, I'm going to be easy on you. I only have a foot fetish." And I didn't know what to say. I really didn't know what to do at all. And he just started to go to town on my toes. And that was it. He went outside the door and I heard some speaking, some talking and everything. And he came back into the room and he said to me, he said, "Listen, I'm going to be here for 2 weeks. I really like your feet. I'm going to take you out of the villa. You're new here and I know you haven't really been around too much with too many people, but I'm going to bring you to my apartment. My apartment is secluded. It's up in a hill and it's only going to be you and me. I'm going to save you for the week or two. If you're good, I'll keep you for 2 weeks." And all I can remember is they gave me some type of something to pick me up. I don't know what it was, but they gave me another shot. And all of a sudden I wasn't so tired and I got up and I walked out the house with the guy. I can remember when I was leaving the villa, there were girls all around the pool. There were girls high as a kite in the living room. They just didn't even know where they were, half of them. And I remember thinking, this is my shot to get free. So I went with him and we went to his place. There was no way I could get free. His apartment was in the hills. It was secluded. It was just a little shack. And he was nice. I mean, for 2 weeks, he cooked for me. All he wanted me to do was beat him. He gave me some type of a cane that folded up. And so he unclicked it with 3 clicks and it was like a piece of wood cane. And he just wanted me to hurt him for 2 weeks. 3 times a day, he wanted me to tell him he was bad. Now I thought to myself, I think I lucked out because it could have been the other way around. I mean, seriously, think about it. So I listened to him and I made him cook for me. I made him clean for me. And he also wanted to eat my feces, which, I didn't mind. I didn't have to make love to him. I didn't have to do anything like that. I just had to put my toes in his mouth and make him lick. And he did it. And he did a lot more. He drank my urine and he ate my caca. He was a weird one. And after the 2 weeks, I didn't see him when I woke up in the morning. The guys came in the morning and they picked me up, again, stuck me with something. And before I knew it, I was out cold. And before I knew it, I woke back up in the villa. I knew at that time I was in trouble. And that went on for about 3 months straight. I know it was 3 months because I remember when I got taken away, it was July. And then when I got saved, which I'm going to tell you about right now, it was around October. Well, I can remember the end of September, there was a guy and he said to me, he said, "You know what? I think I saw you in Sosua before." And I was like, yes. He was regular. He became a regular. At this point, I was in the villa. He was not trying to take me to his apartment. He was not trying to take me to his house or anything. But he was coming to the villa every day, and he was getting white stuff from the villa owners, the people, the bosses, so to speak. And he was just hanging around all the girls, and having fun and just paying for a day of goodness, so to speak. And then he would pick me and take me to the room to get his last bit of favors, and then he would leave for the day. And so one day he was leaving and he said to me, "Take this. This is a gift for you." And it was a big bottle of Visine. And I'm like, "How is this a gift for me?" And he said, "Well, you can drink it and it can take your life, because this life you're living right here is not the life that you were living in Sosua. I think I know you from Sosua. Are you from Sosua?" And I was like, "Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Help me. Save me." And he's like, "Listen, I am not about to save anybody, but you can save yourself." And I was like, by taking my life, this is saving myself?" And he said, "Well, what else would you want to do? How are you going to get out of here? There's guards everywhere. You'll never escape. They're only going to throw you away when you're too used up, and when you're, looking all battered and bruised, and they're just going to throw you out in the street, and you're never going to even remember your own name by the time they're done with you." And he said, "Drink this." And I was like, "I can't." And he said, "Well, you do what you want with it." And that's when I started to develop my plan. I started to get on the good side of the boss, because at first I was putting up a stink, literally. I was peeing myself. I was, putting poo all over the bedroom walls that he had me in. I refused to see certain men, and they would have to beat me and then, and put me in a corner in a little room on my own. And so I realized at that point I couldn't do any more of that. I had to get on the good side of this guy, of this boss. And I did. It did not take long at all, because he was so impressed with my behavior turnaround. He was like, "Wow, you really are enjoying yourself now." Because I was smiling, I was laughing, I was with the girls at the pool. They didn't even have to put any needles in me to make me settle down any longer. And I said to him, "Yeah, it is what it is. If I'm here, I'm going to enjoy myself," is what I started to say to him. And he started to trust me so much. I can remember he said to me, "Sit down with me." And when he did, I started to pour that Visine inside of his drinks. Now, after about 3 weeks to a month, just before middle of October, I became his right-hand girl. He started to enjoy me. He started to love me. He started to really respect me, because I went from 0 to 1,000, and he was enjoying it. I was amazing. And then finally, I started to put the Visine in his drink. It took 3 days. He passed out. And the guards, they didn't know what to do. And I said, "Turn the music off." There was a lot of music. I said, "Turn the music off. Everyone, get into your rooms immediately. This guy needs to go to the hospital right now, and the police can't know about what's going on here." I knew if I said that, the guards would think that I was on their side. So I told the guards, I said, "Get away from the door. Come on. We got to get him in a cart and get him to the hospital immediately. This is not good." He was looking like close to death. He was already sick before that, day 1. Day 2, he was sick as well. But day 3, I just poured all of the rest of this big Visine bottle into his drink. And I just knew inside my soul that this was going to be the day. And we got into the car. And as soon as we got to the hospital, I jumped out of the car and we dragged him into the hospital. I told the guards to take off. I said, go, get back to the house. The guards went back to the house. I was with this guy, and the doctor came up to me, and I told the doctor, I'm being trafficked. This guy right here is the boss, and I'm going to take you back to the villa. And bam, 40 women were saved. Now, this did not make the news at all. Not at all. But it certainly was dealt with, and it's still being dealt with. I can't really talk much about it, but I'm back at prostituting, and now I'm doing it for the substances, not for the money, but for the money for the substances. I'm angry because of that situation, I need to get high every single day. Because of that situation, my life has changed. I don't have a desire to leave this place any longer. I just have a desire to get high. I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I don't know. I lost a baby. And it's kind of good, though, that I did lose the baby, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose my life. Hey, guys. So, dark side of a working girl. Isn't that something? You know, it's not just here, it's everywhere around the world, guys. There are rings like this that are going on, and there are things happening that we don't even know of. But we have to be thankful that this woman has spoken, and she's okay. She's okay. She's going to be all right. I think the best that we can all do is pray for her and pray for her future. Guys, thank you so much for joining Dark Side of a Working Girl. Please make sure you join me every Wednesday and Saturday. Wednesdays, I do Diary of a Working Girl, where I talk about how a working girl became a prostitute. And then, of course, on Saturdays, we do Dark Side of a Working Girl, where we talk about what some of the girls get into and how they get out of it. And also, some of the things are very shocking. Guys, take care of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below. Share this video. And also, don't forget to hit like. I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday and then also Saturday. Don't forget to click on the Storytime playlist. The playlist is down below. There's also a Diary of a Working Girl playlist, but Storytime is not only about Diary of a Working Girl and Dark Side of a Working Girl. It is about all types of other stories. For the last few years, there's hundreds, so it's good for you just to sit back, kick your feet up, whether you're going to sleep, you're driving, or just enjoying your day on the veranda or sitting around, maybe cooking, cleaning, and just put Storytime on blast and listen to each story after another. Alrighty, guys. Once again, my name is Cerise Fairfax, and I thank you for joining me. Huge hugs, loads of love, big blesses.